What's good, Black Star? Welcome back to the channel. I know it's dark as shit, but it's also because I'm driving. So, sorry if you can't really see me like that, but I'll make do and get a light one of these days for the car. But, ladies and gentlemen, I understand that a lot of people have this misconception of men don't want to get married, and men, especially of means, don't want to get married. That isn't actually true. From some men, yes, it's true. But for most men, that is not true. See, a lot of men, they want traditional families and marriage. That's a lot. That goes for the builders, that goes for the Sigmas, that goes for, I could say, some alphas. But in reality, a lot of the problems that's going on in American culture and Western culture, and the reason why a lot of men is just going towards the whole hooking book, pay for play, and also going to different countries to find wives. A lot of these guys are having problems with the laws that are on the books. And the thing about it is, a lot of these men, they want wives that are there for them. Not saying that there's not women out there like that, because that's not the truth. But a lot of men want a woman that's traditional and that actually cares about them. And the thing about it is, a lot of women don't understand that. Oh, somebody got hit. But a lot of women don't understand that a lot of these men, when they build, they want somebody that's there for them. And see, what happens is, when these guys actually make it, these guys literally don't have anybody. Because let's be honest, when these guys are at the bottom, these women don't want to deal with them. Whereas in other countries, these women will see these guys at the bottom and they see potential, they see a drive, they see something inside of them that's willing to actually work his ass off to get to the point where he wants to be. That shows motivation and dedication to his craft. Goddamn. But the thing about it is, a lot of these women don't see that, and these guys are going across seas and finding traditional style families and traditional style wives. That's the problem that we have in America. America doesn't produce wives, and I'm going to go on a limb and say this too. Also, America didn't produce husbands. I know I'm about to get a lot of backlash from a lot of guys, but let's face it. America didn't produce a good amount of husbands. We got this whole feminized, and we were taught to be in our feelings and not go for what we wanted and be dominant. We were taught to be docile and submissive, and the roles were switched with the women. They were taught to be direct, aggressive, and outgoing. Now, that's the way we were raised. But we also have to take responsibility for the way that we do, for what we do when we get of age. We see things ain't going right, we gotta change it. A lot of us, we want traditional wives, but a lot of us were not taught to be husbands. But I do understand that a lot of us want to be husbands, and it's going to be some training, but it's all about what's in the heart. We all know that we got to be dedicated, we got to be driven, and we got to take care of our family. Family for me, family is at the core of my being. Everything I want to do is because of family. Not because I just want to just go out here and make a shit ton of money, but I want a family, and I want to leave my family something behind. And that's the thing about it too. A lot of guys want a legacy, and the thing about it is a lot of Americanized women do not want to leave a legacy. And I said a lot. I didn't say all, I said a lot. But like I said, a lot of men, they want traditional families. They want a legacy. They want somebody to give them that legacy that's traditional and teach them traditional values, because those traditional values is what upholds society. Look at the way society is right now. The way that society is a shit show. Let's just be honest. It is a shit show. You've got China trying to get their men masculinized because they're so feminine. You have rappers in the U.S. wearing dresses, painting their fingernails, and in their feelings, crying all over the goddamn place, and not able to fucking think shit through. And then you have our boys falling behind. You have men falling behind this shit, thinking this shit okay, and they think being the pretty boys is a good thing. No, men, like Dennis Sperling said something yesterday that actually intrigued me. Men are supposed to be rough, rugged, jagged to the edge. We not supposed to be all prettied up, nails and all this shit done, manicured and all that shit. A lot of men back then were men. They had big, rough, rugged hands. They worked with their hands. They built. They designed. They designed what they want. They took what they want and they built themselves up. And that's the thing about it. A lot of men nowadays, they want everything, especially some in my generation and a lot of millennials. They want shit to be fucking handed to them. That goes for both men and women. They think they're entitled to it. And the thing about it is, you're not entitled to any fucking thing. You got to go out here and you got to work for what you want. You can't just get handed shit. And if you get handed shit, you're not going to respect it. I work my ass off. I'm about to start another job next week. I start at Lexus next week. I'm going to be a technician, a mechanic. Like I said before, I came from a mechanic background. I worked on cars. I worked at Walmart and I worked at Goodyear at the same time. 2020. At 2019. I worked at Goodyear and I worked at Walmart at the same time. And I was working my ass off. I would go in for Goodyear from 7 a.m. to 4 o'clock p.m. Then turn around and go to Walmart at 4:30 till 10 to 11 o'clock at night. I was up working my ass off left and fucking right. So I was taught the value of the dollar. And at Goodyear, I was only working for insurance. I never really got a paycheck for Goodyear. If I got a paycheck, it was more like $100 a week. The rest of my money went towards my insurance. Yeah, I was working my ass off. So I know the power of the dollar. I know the value of the dollar. And a lot of people my age and a little bit older than me don't understand the value of the dollar. They think money go on fucking trees. And I know that money don't grow on fucking trees because I have to fucking work my ass off to get that fucking money. So let this be a lesson to for everybody that's out there talking about that don't understand why a lot of men are that are out there working their ass off and busting their ass, why they don't want a westernized woman. There's a reason why. Because they understand that shit ain't gonna be just handed to them. They want somebody that's traditional, that understands the value of family. Family at the core. And a lot of these American women do not understand what family is. A lot of these women grew up in toxic ass families. Not to each of their own, not to their own detriment, not to any anything that was caused by them, but they grew up in trash ass families. And the thing about it is, the way that those families poison those women. So a lot of women nowadays, they're in this mindset of feminism, and feminism is teaching them the wrong things about men. Talk about men are toxic, men are bad, be fearful of men. Yeah, there's some pretty bad men out there. There's a lot of them, but majority of men are not bad. And the thing about it is, they slap this label on all men, saying that all men are bad. No, that's not necessarily the case. A lot of these men that a lot of these women deal with is because it's due to their quote unquote type. They like the bad boy. They like the Chad. They like the Tyrone. They like the guy that's rough and mysterious. The guy that's exciting. Get their blood flowing and all this shit. And not realizing that the boring guy, that means stable. That means stability. After they had a couple kids or gotten ran through by the Chads and Tyrones, then they want to come back to the guys that's actually built something out of themselves. Not saying that that was a mistake that they had kids and all, but why would you have kids with somebody that you knew wasn't right for you in the first place? And that's quite frankly where a lot of guys are like, I don't want to get married. I don't want to deal with the bullshit in America. I don't want to deal with any of it. Hell, a lot of women, there's a little bit of women going outside the country because they're tired of dealing with Chads and Tyrones. But the problem is, those women don't see the guys, the nerdy guys that are out there, because they're not looking for those guys. They're looking for the guys that are they're looking for the guys that are the bad boys, the exciting guys. And the thing about it is, yeah, those guys are cool and all, but at the end of the day, you're the one that's going to be hurting. But I digress. But anyways, guys, I'm always at work, and I'll see you guys on the flip side. But guys, work your ass off, make your bread, and go out there and make your money, and build yourself up, and continue to get your passport and go outside the country and find somebody that's worthwhile. Hell, if you find somebody in the States that's worthwhile, stay with them, because I'm going to tell you right now, this dating market is no joke. This dating market is trash. Anyways, guys, like, share, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys on the flip side. Thank you guys for listening. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.